Hi, I'm Susie Park. I play the violin and I'm in Sydney, Australia.
I am a violinist. I am a Berliner, which translates loosely to jelly donut, and the name is Ty Murray.
Hi, my name's Alexi Kenny. I'm a violinist. I'm coming to you from Palo Alto, California.
I'm Clancy Newman. I play the cello, and I'm in Philadelphia.
I'm Karen Uzunian. I'm here in New York City, and I'm a cellist.
My name is Dove Shendlin, and I'm a violist, and I'm coming to you from my dining room on the Upper West Side of Manhattan in New York City.
Hi, this is Jesse Mills, violinist, speaking to you from my apartment here in Manhattan, New York City.
I'm Melissa Reardon, the artistic director of the Portland Chamber Music Festival. I play viola, and I'm coming to you from Rhinebeck, New York. Clancy, I'm wondering if you could tell us a little bit about the Enescu Octet, and how does it fit into the chamber music literature?
For me, one of my favorite things is to be able to just go crazy and wild. And it's so rare you get to do that. Like Mendelssohn Octet, it's like you have to be all, so elegant. And so for me, this was like that rare opportunity where you can just let it all out. So everyone said it's such an amazing piece. I'd never played it before. And I totally think so now.
So this was your first time playing the Enescu. What did that feel like?
I remember thinking this is the most fun piece of chamber music maybe I've ever played.
It's really written, in a tremendous style. It's written by a young composer who's full of ideas, practically exploding with material. And it's a huge piece. It's got the whole world in it. I call it kitchen sink music because it's got everything and the kitchen sink in it.
The Enescu String Octet is probably the most overlooked masterpiece that I can think of, especially for this combination of instruments. The Mendelssohn Octet obviously gets star billing, but the Enescu Octet is also a wonderful piece, and it's so bombastic, and he tried to pack so much information and spirit into the piece that I think, unfortunately, it makes the piece very difficult to pull off, and unfortunately, it's overlooked, but it deserves to be recognized as one of the great masterpieces.
So the second movement is, it comes after this really romantic first movement, and it's in between the first movement and the third movement, which is this crazy beautiful nocturne. And the second movement is a fugue, so you'll probably hear all these voices bouncing around, doing similar things. It's just such a wild ride. You have to kind of strap in and just let it loose.
Susie, I wonder if you can tell us what might be challenging about playing the second movement of the octet.
Everything. I guess it's just sort of staying abreast, staying on top of where you are, where everybody is. You have to stay checked in like crazy, and yet keep your own voice and your own message really clear and potent, and you've got to be a leader as well as a follower at the same time.
First of all, we're playing, full tilt almost the whole way, fortissimo. There are huge leaps of 2 octaves at a time, and we're all playing sort of at the extremes of our technical ability.
I'll remember at one specific moment is rehearsal number 41. So the interior voices have this very difficult rhythmic fragment with off the rest, da-da, 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 and then other people are on top of that laying into the subject. It's very difficult to put together, and I've had experience with this piece before in other configurations, other performances, and that's always where everything falls apart.
As Susie was saying, it's you have to constantly be on top of everything at insane speed, and just on your toes, shifting your role constantly. It's any piece with 8 really equal voices is incredibly challenging to really highlight what's going on with the textures, the counterpoint, the drama, And then for us all to like live and breathe like the rubato together, just embody all these shifting emotions. And yeah, so it was just like the most fun experience to go through this journey with this group of 8 players. Oh my gosh.
At this point, I've been lucky enough to play the piece a lot, and I've been lucky enough to play multiple of the violin parts in the piece before. What stands out differently about this performance for me is that I was looking around and realizing that all the people I've known so long, you know, a lot of you are people I've known since, like, you know, I've been a teenager. And so that the idea that we were like, you know, as now professional instrumentalists, like sitting around, like pouring our hearts out in this piece, which for me, and in this movement feels like a volcano, and hit the very clear and very well structured path that he's put all of us on, where we just kind of arrive all in the middle and like go up together. I mean, I enjoyed that so much, and I enjoyed it with people that I have known and respect for such a long time.
I just love, like, I love this piece so much. I think probably, you know, one of if not my desert island piece. Like, if I had to play one piece of chamber music for the rest of my life, I might choose this. I also, like Ty was saying, I've played a bunch of the violin parts, and it's so fun to discover. It's like this piece feels like an endless discovery.
The energy in the second movement, in that performance, just gearing up for that takeoff moment, you really feel like the sound is just gonna like fly off the stage. It was really, really, really so much fun. So thank you all.